If you're someone who constantly feels like you're drowning in to-do lists, struggling with mental clutter, or finding that your physical space mirrors the chaos in your mind, you're not alone. The relationship between our mental state and our environment is profound. When our thoughts feel scattered, our homes often reflect that same disorganization. The key to successful organization for overwhelmed minds isn't about perfection. It's about creating systems that work with your natural tendencies rather than against them. Here are 7 strategic approaches that can transform your space and reduce the mental load of home management. 1. Strategic clutter containment systems. Rather than fighting against the natural tendency to set things down temporarily, create intentional spaces for this behavior throughout your home. These containment systems, whether they're decorative bowls, woven baskets, or simple bins, serve as landing pads for the items that would otherwise accumulate on surfaces. The genius of this system lies in its psychological impact. When miscellaneous items are contained within defined boundaries, they register as organized to our brains, even if they're not in their permanent homes. This dramatically reduces visual overwhelm and the mental noise that comes from seeing scattered objects throughout a space. Place these containers strategically. A small tray by your front door for keys and sunglasses, a basket on your kitchen counter for items that need to go upstairs, and a decorative box on your nightstand for jewelry and daily accessories. The key is making them attractive enough that they enhance rather than detract from your space's aesthetics. 2. The 2-minute touch rule. This strategy builds on the power of micro habits to create lasting change. The rule is simple. Whenever you handle an item, ask yourself if returning it to its proper place would take less than 2 minutes. If yes, do it immediately. If no, place it in your designated containment system. This approach works because it eliminates the mental burden of decision-making around small tasks. Instead of constantly negotiating with yourself about whether to put something away now or later, you have a clear criterion that removes the emotional component from the decision. Start by applying this rule to just one category, perhaps dishes or clothing, until it becomes automatic, then gradually expand to other areas. The beauty of this system is that it prevents the accumulation of small messes that eventually become overwhelming cleaning sessions. Third, high-performance cleaning arsenal. Invest in cleaning products that deliver exceptional results with minimal effort. The false economy of cheap cleaning supplies becomes apparent when you find yourself scrubbing the same surface multiple times or having to repeat cleaning tasks frequently. Look for concentrated, multi-surface cleaners that can handle various jobs, reducing the number of products you need to store and remember to use. Microfiber cloths, for instance, can clean most surfaces with just water, eliminating the need for multiple specialized products. Consider the environmental and health impact of your choices as well. Many eco-friendly options now rival traditional cleaners in effectiveness while being safer for your family and pets. The peace of mind that comes from using non-toxic products adds another layer of mental clarity to your home environment. 4. Integrated waste management. Create a waste system that makes the environmentally responsible choice the easiest choice. Instead of having separate receptacles for trash and recycling that might be in different locations, invest in a dual compartment system that keeps both options immediately accessible. This approach works because it eliminates the micro decision of where to dispose of items. When recycling is just as convenient as throwing something away, compliance increases dramatically. For households with multiple family members, this system ensures that everyone can participate in sustainable practices without having to think about it. Consider adding a third compartment for compostable materials if your area supports composting programs. The more you can streamline waste disposal, the less mental energy is required for these daily decisions. 5th, progressive habit architecture. Rather than attempting to overhaul your entire routine at once, focus on building one keystone habit that creates positive ripple effects throughout your day. Keystone habits are behaviors that naturally trigger other beneficial behaviors. For example, making your bed each morning often leads to tidying the entire bedroom and starting the day with a sense of accomplishment. Similarly, doing one load of laundry daily, washing in the morning, moving to the dryer at lunch, and folding in the evening prevents the overwhelming accumulation of dirty clothes that can derail weekend plans. Choose habits that align with your existing routines. If you're already in the kitchen making coffee each morning, that's the perfect time to load the dishwasher or wipe down counters. The key is to attach new behaviors to established patterns rather than trying to create entirely new routines from scratch. 6. Frictionless storage solutions. The amount of effort required to put something away directly correlates to whether it will actually be put away. If accessing storage requires moving other items, lifting heavy lids, or navigating tight spaces, even the most well-intentioned person will eventually abandon the system. Invest in storage solutions that open and close smoothly. Test drawers and cabinet doors before purchasing furniture. They should glide effortlessly. Consider open storage for frequently used items, as removing the step of opening a door or lid can make the difference between success and failure in maintaining organization. Vertical storage solutions, such as tiered shelving or hanging organizers, maximize space while keeping items visible and accessible. When you can see everything at a glance, you're more likely to return items to their designated spots and less likely to purchase duplicates because you forgot what you already owned. 7th, activity-based organization zones. Organize your belongings based on how and where you actually use them rather than following conventional categorical systems. This means storing items near their point of use, even if it seems unconventional. Create functional zones throughout your home. A morning launch pad near your exit door with keys, bags, and frequently needed items. A command center in your kitchen with calendars, charging stations, and school work papers. And relaxation stations in living areas with books, blankets, and entertainment remotes grouped together. This approach recognizes that our homes serve multiple functions and that the most efficient organization supports those functions. A small toolkit in the kitchen makes sense if that's where you typically need to tighten loose cabinet handles or open battery compartments in children's toys. The psychology behind sustainable organization. Understanding why these strategies work helps ensure long-term success. The overwhelmed mind craves simplicity and predictability. When organizational systems are intuitive and require minimal decision-making, they become sustainable. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. A home that functions well 80% of the time is infinitely better than a perfectly organized space that can only be maintained through unsustainable effort. By working with your natural tendencies rather than against them, you create systems that support rather than stress your daily life. Remember that organization is highly personal. What works for others may not work for you, and that's perfectly fine. The key is to experiment with different approaches until you find the combination that fits your lifestyle, family dynamics, and mental processing style. These 7 strategies create a foundation for a more organized, peaceful home environment. Start with the approach that resonates most strongly with you. Implement it consistently for several weeks, and then gradually add other elements. Small, consistent changes compound over time to create transformative results in both your physical space and mental well-being.